Hey, what is going on, you guys? My name is Rage, and we are back today with a video guide and playthrough here of the initial chapters of the Heroes Chapter 7. This is generally the start of when you hit level 70, we get unlocked this Chapter 7 component of Heroes. We're actually going through 7-1. It's also going to unlock the Villain 7-1, allowing us to further our progression into the campaign notes. This is also where a lot of the difficulty starts stepping up, but I'm really tailoring and modifying these team combinations to ensure that you guys are able to get by with a pretty good value team, but as well seeing the attack strategy as well as overall game plan how to attempt these notes. So that said, I was able to get the job done with about a 95k team in total team power, using characters that actually do have end game usage, as well as being able to assist to transition to that mid game to end game. So that said, guys, let's get right to it. I'm going to start with the first 5 characters here for these initial chapters, and they're all absolutely huge here. So that's why I wanted to go through and show you the respective gear tier levels, the upgrades, and what power level each character is. So Shang-Chi, starting things off, you can only use Hero City for 7-1 to 7-3. So Shang-Chi, without a doubt, one of the best characters right now, especially in the game, and he's available through the Blitz store, so you do really want to build him up. I could level him up higher, but I want to show you guys how I was able to get the job done with these nodes, given where his current levels are. And I do like the ISO 8 radar on him, as it does increase his overall damage potency. Obviously, you can boost him up higher, but I want to, show you guys a benchmark. So feel free to invest higher because he is an end game character. Next up, we got Squirrel Girl providing sustainability and healing. She's also available quite early in the Nexus chapters as well, but a really strong character, has great usage in the end game, and her Young Avengers team is a very potent and powerful team combination, especially in the war meta and also Cosmic Crucible. Highly recommend. We'll see her sustainability and her supportive capabilities in these walkthroughs. We also got Spider-Man Miles Morales, and it's nice bringing him because he's going to have synergy with Squirrel Girl as well as another member of the team that you'll see later on. But I like him because he's got great disruption. He can have slow. He actually hits quite hard, especially when we give him the ISO 8 striker, allowing him to get duplicate strikes for enemies that actually have that vulnerable tag, thanks to the ISO 8, of course. We got Miss Marvel here, also being part of that Young Avengers mixture. Again, you can grab her initially in the campaign chapters as well, but she's a decent tank. She's got sustainability. She has assisted attacks and that synergy with Young Avengers, Miles Morales, Squirrel Girl. So just having her value there, and again, part of that end game team as well that you can utilize. So we're gonna get some value from all of these characters, which is absolutely huge. And then last but not least, I kind of hinted this before, but Miles Morales does have synergy as well. Ghost Spider. I love the fact that she's available now in the arena store. So those of you starting off in the game as beginners, transitioning to mid game, available that you can build her up. She is still a hefty unlock here at 100 shards, I believe, but even then, a great endgame character. I used her in Dark Dimension 5 as well in my initial running. So I mean, just a really strong character overall. Some ability blocking, some crowd controlling aspect, and being able to deal some really potent damage with the ISO 8 Raider. Those are the 5 characters I have right now, guys. So let's dive right in now to the gameplay, and I'll show you the strategy for each node. So starting things off, guys, now that we've kind of showed you the team total power when I attempted this originally was about 95k. We're just going to swap Scarlet Spider for Miles Morales there, just because I messed that up originally. But I like having Miss Marvel and Squirrel Girl away from opposite corners, just because one's going to be soaking up damage, and Squirrel Girl is going to be really important because she will be healing and providing sustainability. So we definitely want to make sure that she's well away from all the damage output. That said, what's really nice about this node initially is that we do get some additional backup and support in Nick Fury. So you can see at the beginning here, we got Nick Fury to the bottom left there, providing support such as defense up and speed up. So that's really huge. In this wave, the only thing to be mindful of truly is watching out for Sentry and Doctor Strange. Both of those characters, Doctor Strange can flip the positive buffs on our team, and then Sentry can also protect. So I did like to focus on Doctor Strange first in the beginning there, as you can see, just focusing him down, and then follow that up by focusing on Sentry there. So otherwise, everybody else is pretty straightforward. I don't think a lot of people will have issues with this initial node, just because we have that sustainability from Nick Fury, which is really nice. Now, what I like about Shang-Chi's abilities is that we also have the heal, as you just saw with special there, and we're still targeting Sentry as well. Take this opportunity when your guys are getting weak, use Squirrel Girl, just heal up with their special, as you can see, and we're back to full HP. So even despite these enemies being higher level than us, we're just maintaining the course and doing really good, focusing down on each of the enemies. After those two fall, I would highly recommend Nobu to the left there, just because he can summon clones, he can protect them. After he's down, we can start finishing up and cleaning up this wave here. You'll also see then in this second wave, we're up against Elektra and Elsa, both in respective corners from each other, and they are very strong overall if they get their damage output. But you can see we're just cleaning up some of the minions there. But I would actually focus on Elsa as well as Elektra, just because they do some decent amount of damage, and it's something we need to be mindful of. When you're able to, Ghost Spider using the ultimate there can spread the slows, which is huge. And now again, we got Miss Marvel with the heal. That's what I like about her capabilities. She's a good, reliable tank, and she can also self-heal, which is huge for us. We finally get this chance now to use Shang-Chi's ultimate, reducing your turn meter and doing some really good damage across the board against these enemies, and looking really good. Squirrel Girl having her heal at a short cooldown is really important, but we're going to continue now focusing on Elsa. Again, focusing on damage dealers is just going to give us a better chance to really sustain our battle, especially with our characters being significantly weaker than their power level. We want to make sure that we're targeting the damage dealers, so that way we can mitigate damage. You can see right there, Elektra taking 60-70% of my Miss Marvel's HP. So that's how powerful some of these characters can be, and that's why we offer characters like Squirrel Girl and Shang-Chi, because both of them have healing capabilities. And again, we lucked out in this node because we do have Nick Fury giving us that extra little bit of healing that really puts us over for sure. Go, just give it a little bit of time here. So try to save the abilities now when we're cleaning up here with Elektra, because there is still one more wave, and having all our abilities intact for this last wave is really important. Not really a big strong wave, just be mindful of that Loki, and then just focus him when he does spawn, and then afterwards then we can focus on some of these archers that do damage, right? So I saw that the middle one had a defense down, so we're going to target him first because of our damage being more super effective on him. And you can see the middle one's almost down. When you do get Nick Fury, take advantage of the fact that he can summon clones, because they can take up damage, and anybody that takes damage for our guys is always the preference, right? One of the archers are down now. We'll go ahead, focus the second one. And then last but not least, now it's just the healer here with the archer. So we're in a really good spot, guys. At this point, we're in pretty smooth sailing. Just keep doing what you've already been repeating with the initial wave. Is just targeting damage dealers and ensuring the synergy is intact. So not too bad, guys. You can see here, this is a pretty easy and straightforward node, even with us using a 95k team, significantly under level, but we got great synergistic characters, great value in these characters, and that's really what gets the jobs done here. So after that, pretty smooth sailing. We just go ahead now and finish this sorceress and wrap up this final and last wave here. There you guys have it. That is the initial node here of 7-1, full 3 stars. So again, Nick Fury making short work of these guys in combination with our team, but I like the synergy of all these characters used, because they all have pretty good end game usage, whether it's Doom rates, whether it's going through the campaign nodes, whether it's being part of Alliance or Cosmic Crucible game nodes, which you will be familiar with later on if you're a new player. That may not mean much to you now, but I assure you guys, these are some great characters to utilize, especially for these initial nodes. Let me know what you think. Thank you as always, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.